field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. The give to the tailback. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one. Well, just nothing doing on that last run. And they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
And he couldn't find quite enough running room to reach the line to gain.
Nice job by the defense getting after the QB. He's trying to scramble around. He's trying to go get that first with his legs, but he's not able to do it because of the speed on defense.
I like this call in plus territory. The punt would have to be so precise, might as well leave the offense out there on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's going to run it. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats, but when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a 1st down and a pickup of 10. This Tiger running game starting to show some juice, sort of a C.J. Spiller type of feel.
Yeah, and it doesn't always hit you early. It doesn't always hit you on the first possession, but I do think they've done a good job over the years, Clemson, with sticking with the run game, creating that balance, trying to get those 1st downs, and try.
A shot toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Clemson!
And that is what a team of this caliber is expected to do, right? They've got the better number beside their name by all the metrics, by a talent standpoint, coaching standpoint. They're the superior team, and they just drove the ball in the first possession of the game, and they looked like it, scoring a touchdown and asserting their dominance.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. Barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Give to the running back. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. While the Canes are known for big-time playmakers, tough physical running is part of it too.
Yeah, you got to be able to have a team that not just is about sizzle, and we've seen so many Miami teams about sizzle, but some substance with some physicality, the run game.
And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Quick pass on the fly motion. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get them out of a spot.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's going to take off. This defense fully aware that he can run. They stop him after a short gain.
Really, really nice play, and I love bringing speed on the field. The more dime packages, the better on those third down situations. Now I got faster guys chasing in the back end with the receivers, and when the QB scrambles outside the pocket, I got a DB now going to try to get that QB. Makes all the difference in the run.
On fourth down, trying to keep the drive alive with the run here. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
And I tell you what, I can justify when it's really short. But when it's fourth and medium on your side of the territory, man, that success rate continues to plummet down. And now they've just set this offense up in really good position.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
On the move to the 30. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
Hey, it's a heads-up play right there. Listen, you're trying to scramble. You're trying to make something happen. Nobody's open. You're not going to be able to get out of bounds. Just protect yourself. Get down on the ground. Get what you can get and live to play another day.
Offense gets set for second down. Going with the ground game left. Nifty little dance step. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball.
Looking to scramble. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Tiger. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it's going to be hard to stop.
And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down.
Clemson, 14, Miami, 0.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward. Let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job. Nice execution. First down.
The Hurricanes are on the move. To the air on first down. He lets it fly. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Canes.
Number 2 with the grab and the score.
The AT unit on the field. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
14, Miami 7.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner is stopped. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. He leaves it with the back. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Looking to throw on second down. Got a man, it's Brown. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple first downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleed.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Trying to find his man on first down. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. This guy has the look of the next big play receiver at Clemson in the vein of T. Higgins or Mike Williams.
Or DeAndre Hopkins or Sammy Watkins. I mean, the list is pretty lengthy of guys that are big, explosive, fast, and that can really win on the outside. And Clemson, as much as anybody, they're going to catch the ball, spit it to those guys, let them go make plays.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Well, they've put themselves in a hole. It's 1st and 20. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. Steps away to find some room. Looking down the left side. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. A first down run in the red zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the boxes. Still, this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
He wants to throw. Starting to feel a little pressure. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. And the Canes want to move quickly.
Well, as a quarterback, when you get to the outside, you know you don't have all day to throw it. You've got these defenders. They are coming. They're running at you hard. So you've got to do a better job getting the ball out quicker. That hit forced the incompletion.
Williams looking for a man. Good timing on the quick out. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route. And this is the timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. He'll just keep slinging it. He's right on target. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
It's complete. You get a guy who can do that on the outside and is sort of in the DNA of Miami's program.
Yeah, just speed. Those are guys that put fear in you. Those are the track stars that the Sunshine State produces so many of them. Those guys can absolutely fly.
Comes out throwing on first down. Pressure coming. Steps away. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, the offense very fortunate to fall on that football. Second down after the offense recovered its own fumble. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Ball in the air. Intercepted. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover. Looking for a productive play on first down. The give to the left. Now they've got breathing room. Got 6 all the way out to the 20.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
6-yard pickup on first down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4. Quick touch pass to the receiver. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
Jumped the gun just a bit, and we've got a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. On target to the left. Hit the afterburners, kid. At the 30. Inside the 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Tigers. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And they knocked through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they top things off by getting out of bad field position in a hurry. A 90-yard touchdown pass. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. The Canes racing to the line in the hurry-up. Maybe some confusion on the snap count. It's going to be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense in an empty set. Williams will pass. Fires to the middle. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Hurricanes! And once he got loose, it was all over. On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they pay it off with a strike from 38 yards out. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. He's brought down at the 30, but a productive return after deciding to bring it out. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback right now in the groove.
And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. One more play before the teams head to the locker room. He's going to pass on second down. Deep shot for the end zone. He can haul it in. Incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Ready to start the second half, and Clemson will kick it away. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football Palmer out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover. And the Canes want to pick up the tempo. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Skips away from pressure. Blasted as he lets it go. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
You got to wonder if this offense is going to go for it here. They're trailing now by a lot. I know there's a lot of football still to go, and I know they're on their own end of the field, but just kind of get the feeling their defense hasn't gotten a ton of stops. They may need to stay out there, and they're going to need this quarterback to make a play.
And the Hurricanes will snap it on 1st and 10.
And they are showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
And this junior loves to show off that big arm.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. 2nd and very short here for the offense. Williams looking for a man. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Quarterback's accuracy goes way down when you start to get him on the move. And you want to make it go way down even further? Pop that sucker. Nice job making him move, scramble out to his left, and then a good clean stick on him. That's 2 things he has to think about on one play.
Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's 1st down at the 27.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
They'll put it in play from the 27, 1st down. He's going to pass. And his first pass is incomplete.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Floating away. And he tries to get away, but he cannot. He's taken down. He'll lose a couple. It has been said that the other team's quarterback must go down, and he must go down hard. And he did.
And often, this kid too. The most you can get to him, but great job by the defense, rushing the quarterback, understanding pass, and getting the big fella on the ground.
Makes his connection. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Miami.
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Got it! Touchdown, Miami! And the comeback is on.
Number 0 with the grab and the score.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. BYU is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Ty Detmer, this might not be over just yet. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to USF.
They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right.
We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Quarterback checking the play. He wants to pass it on second down. Quick strike complete. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Great recognition by the defense on that pass play. They knew exactly who the quarterback was going to, and they got there quick.
Wide out in motion. On third down, going up top. They're trying to get to him. Still on his feet at the 45. And this is why. Quarterback is the defensive coordinator's worst nightmare. He has just been running wild all day. And the Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. The give to the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, the linebacker's showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
Little touch pass to the receiver. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
4th and a long way to go, but the offense is going to give it a shot. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs.
Well, I love the play call by the defense there on 4th down. They were expecting pass, and they didn't decide to just lay back and play zone coverage. They were going to dial up the pressure. They bring the blitz, and they just overwhelm the offensive line and anyone else trying to protect that quarterback. He had no shot.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fires to the wideout. And this sophomore quarterback just put it out there a little too far. The Hurricanes come to the line in the hurry-up. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got a man, it's Carr. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. This offense is aggressive on 4th down. 2 for 3 so far today, and they're still on the field. Looking left. He's got him, and they convert. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the 1st down. New set of downs after that completion. They'll throw it on 1st down. Trying to get to him. Didn't have much of a choice there but to get rid of it. Now on second down after the incompletion. Out of the gun, the inside give.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On third down, he drops to throw. Fires to the middle. He's got it. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Canes!
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His second receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
He'll try to tack on one more. And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the third. A pretty short drive there, covering 38 yards. And they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. Here comes the kickoff as we are all tied up in the fourth quarter. And here's the return. And the returner will be brought down. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job.
And he's running in the open. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Man, that's excellent blocking there on the left side of the line. They were able to get great push, get off the line, create a little bit of crease for that running back.
They just created a wall. He had all kinds of room to run.
Yeah, I might go back to that one and call that one again. It worked so well.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Working that left side now. Touchdown, Clemson! And they've moved out front here in the fourth. The old saying is pick your poison. Both of them are lethal when you deal with this guy. He fits that Clemson quarterback mold.
That's what stinks. So, yeah, I got to come up and worry about his legs and make sure I bring a safety down to be aggressive in stopping this Clemson running attack, and then he throws it over my head. So tough to defend when you get all the speed, the running game going, the tempo, and then a quarterback that can run and throw. Good luck.
And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. He's looking to throw it. Flushed out of the pocket. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Fires the pass. Intercepted. Touchdown, Clemson. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
Looking for blockers. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
They'll run it from the gun. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
On second down, he'll fire. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Throw to the sideline, and it's complete, and they've got a big play.
I love when you back the defense off of you. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
They'll throw it from the red zone. Lets it fly deep downfield. Just about picked off in the end zone, and that would have put a stop to this scoring threat. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Nice run there, picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously you don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Looking to the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Hurricanes!
Number 13.
Lining up for the PAT. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute, build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
Quarterback checking off. He's looking for an open man on second down. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! You see some confidence over there as they're closing in on a Week 7 win. If this dude were a kitchen knife, you would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Stanford is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Jim Plunkett, this might not be over just yet. It's less than a touchdown lead. They're trailing by 6 to NC State. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Moves around to clear up the vision. He throws one to the left. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
And the defense is playing with a sense of urgency right now. Obviously, they're playing with the lead. They know this offense needs to find a way to generate points, expecting a shot on that last play. So nice job in coverage.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. Fires and picked off. Looking for more room. Running inside the 20. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Tigers.
And That just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
And he's going to bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
Trailing this much in the fourth quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Going to try to get it himself. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
There's not many play calls on the sheet to score a bunch of points really quickly, so you got to go for it here. I like the aggressiveness, but this offense continues to miss the mark, and they just got to score more points. They got to do better, right, Palmer? That's expert analysis. They got to do better.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Man, I love the decision-making right there. Like, drop back the pass, look for your shots. You don't see it, tuck it, get positive yards, makes the next down even easier. That is a great heads-up, early down play for this QB.
Clemson jumps to the line. He'll go to the sneak. Touchdown, Tigers! And the stomping has commenced. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
Miami, 35.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
They'll test the right side. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. And the ball's loose. The defense all over that loose ball, and now they're bringing it back. After making the interception, he took it all the way back and sets up his offense at the 17-yard line.
Fumbles are great when you force them, and you're always thinking about as a defensive player, man, when the weather conditions start to come down, it starts to rain, and you know that ball's a little bit slick, and you know more runs are coming, you really try to get to that football. Nice job getting the football out.
Got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Clemson. And the route is on. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. This one feels as if it's starting to get away from them a little bit, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, there's a lot of teams in college football at this point that would just quit. So, David, we're going to find out a lot about this team right here.
Yeah, just running out of opportunities. You give opportunities away like this, you're trailing. Every possession is going to be important from here on in.
And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7. And the Canes want to crank the tempo.
And this defense, they got their ears pinned back. They know exactly what time it is with the big lead in the fourth quarter. They've already got a bunch of sacks on the day today, and they're looking for more.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. Throws to the wideout. A beautifully placed ball to the outside, and the toe drag for the big pickup.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
It's fourth down now, and this likely the final snap before the 2-minute warning. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
Buying some time. Oh, he's going backwards, in trouble, and down he goes. A tremendous loss. First down sack pushes it back. Now it's second down. Wants to fire on second down. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
And these are shots to your pride, man. Like, you've been getting roasted all day long, and you're down big, and the offense is still chucking the football. I think it says something about you. It's a look-in-the-mirror type situation. This is one of those days they're going to want to forget.
Coming after him. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
These third downs, man, they're critical down in distances. When you have mobile quarterbacks, it's just so great to know that, one, they can get it throwing it for your offense, but two, if it's not there, they can take off and scramble and generate big plays as well. This guy now, because of his athleticism, he's got the offense knocking on the door inside the opponent's 10-yard line.
Pocket starts to collapse. And he is going to be forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Tremendous defense there.
And that is just what you wanted. You get a first-and-goal situation defensively, and you can get a sack and get a good loss, put them out of an easy running situation. Nice job by...
Touchdown, Clemson! And the pummeling has started.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside the 50, and he loses the football on the return. Recovered by the kicking team. And they'll drag him down after a good return. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. And in a 2-possession game, they'll take a knee. Defense can stop it a couple more times. After the